Breaking news, my lovely, wonderful people. See what Ondo State Governor Olurotimi Akeredolu has done to the people of Ondo State, the farmers precisely. They said over 10,000 farmers evicted by soldiers, others crops destroyed as Ondo State Governor sells forest reserved farmland to private company. Now, rumor has it that some of these sales they are talking about, the private company, are companies that is also in their own name because they are leaving office. And so they are selling it to themselves in a disguise, knowing fully well that the forest reserve is where farmers have been farming for such a long time, and this is really absurd. And everybody needs to understand exactly what is going on. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Let's get all the details. Over 10,000 farmers forcefully evicted by soldiers. Others, their crops destroyed as Ondo State Governor sells forest reserve to private company, which has been used for farmland, for a very long time. The Ondo State government has forcefully evicted over 10,000 farmers from the Oluwo Forest Reserve in Idogbo local government area local government area of the state. The affected farmers mostly cultivated cocoa, cash crops, banana, yam, cassava at the government reserve. The company allegedly behind the eviction is a private company called Aso Agro Aligned Services Limited, who wants to take it over and begin to do it for themselves. Some reporters gathered that the farmers' camp were on Tuesday evicted by hundreds of armed men with Amotekun Corps, soldiers, and personnel of the Odu People Congress OPC. According to some of the farmers, they had been farming on the land for over 20 years, and no information was sent to them so that they can prepare their mind and get ready, look for alternative. The farmers questioned the decision of the state government, saying they were not properly briefed. The farmers also condemned the attempt by the state government to conceal the land and turn it into a private company. Meanwhile, the aggrieved farmers have written to the state governor Olurotimi asking him to stop the security operative from harassing them. Some reporters also learned that the aggrieved farmers will stage a peaceful protest in Oro toll gate on Wednesday to draw the attention of the government and the public to their plight that this is happening. In a letter signed by their lawyer, Tokwe, they alleged that the harassment and intimidation by a private company, which claim it derive authority from the government, is causing real problem. Today, 18th of April 2023, hundreds of armed men of the Amotekun Corps, armed soldiers of the Nigerian police, of the Nigerian army, and men of the Odu People's Congress have invaded our camps and shot sporadically everywhere to scare the farmers away from their gardens and to have their way, and they gathered up the clients who have come for our cash crops who have been trading with us for over 2 decades. Thousands of cocoa trees have been forcefully taken over as the farmers wail on the agony without proper solids and ain't no word coming from them. We write to our Excellency, who is a human being, to have us in mind and to think about what is being done to us. This is not right. This is not proper. This should not be done to any human being. This is sad. So my lovely, wonderful people, these are some of the things that are going on, and every single one of us can see that, the issue right now on ground is clear. It's a very clear case that, everybody can see. We don't understand. It's in Nigeria that you can have C of O in your hand, yet another person is building in the land that you have the C of O, of which you now have to, go back to court, back and forth. They will now go to lands and housing and begin to check who really has that property. You see, is in Nigeria, because things should have been properly well documented and nobody should take what belongs to another. We're not saying this is a government reserve land, And the farmers are not saying, it does not belong to the government. I don't believe that's what they are saying. They are saying we've been on this land for over 2 decades, yes, 20 years plus, and we don't have a problem if the government now wants to use the land. But they should, have a meeting with us as civilized people and say, you know what, this land you've been using it, but the government has found other use for it, and then we are offering you. Although state is big, there are other vast lands. The farmers may not be happy, but you present them an option and opinion. You know exactly what you had in mind as a government 2 years ago. You'd have told them already. In the next 2 years, you give them 2 years because these are cash crops. They take time to grow, and you tell them that you're going to be leaving this land because the government wants to use it, and so they can begin to go and plant their seedlings and all that and begin to prepare. It's not going to be easy on them. Whichever way, it's not going to be an easy way out, but you would have prepped them, and everybody's aware, everybody's on the same page on the matter. And so they'll be seriously ready, prepared, and all hearts will be there to say, okay, we are leaving, and, you would have done things properly, more decently, and in order, rather than the way and the manner in which things have gone. These are human beings, and these are the source of their, of their income. Where are the jobs? Some of them, this is what they've used to train their children. They've employed other people, and all of a sudden it's going away. Of course, you should know that they will fight back. And now they are writing to the governor who apparently, in quote and unquote, may have been the mastermind behind it. It's just a very sad phenomenon that there is really no law, no proper documentation of how things are done in Nigeria. And so anybody can rise up tomorrow, oppress the people. It is sad, but it's exactly what we are seeing. And, it could have been better. It could have been better. Now, farmers are wailing. Farmers are crying, because it's not just like a poultry. Within 1 year, they'll begin to, get it turned over. These are things that take time to grow. They take time to grow. And so you should have that conversation. You should have that conversation, and this is what is happening. It is sad. It is very sad. Anyway, my lovely, wonderful people, what's happening now is clear indication that every one of us needs to rise up, and ensure that the right things are done. It is about time that we understand where we are coming from, okay? And make sure that things are done properly and decently and in order. We just wish this farmers well, because I don't see anything coming out of this. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Like us, share, subscribe. Click on the notification button so you can have all our latest news. God bless. Have a fantastic and a lovely day. Bye for now.